welcome again to this YouTube channel. Okay, now moving forward to the denominator which has the quadratic values. Okay, so how to solve this particular fraction? Okay, so basically we follow the same rule, but right now instead of you have only one nominator, okay, earlier, now we change into two different elements. Okay, the first one is my linear function, which is for my x, and then the next one I introduce my quadratic values over here. Okay, but let me remind you, if let's say your quadratic values, you can change that into a factor, a linear factor, then I will recommend you to transform it first and then proceed as in the previous example. But if let's say you have a quadratic value such as this, you cannot factorize it anymore and then leave it as it is. Okay, so what's interesting about the part denominator part? Okay, the first one says it is a linear function, so you introduce a just as it is. But now, if you have x squared right now, your value now change into b x. Okay, introduce a linear function for your nominator. Okay, you can see you reduce one power from the denominator into your nominator, so this is what you get. The rest, once you get this form, the rest is just similar to the previous version. Okay, we trace back, okay, the values, meaning that we put a together like this one. Okay, and then like this one as well. Okay, and then this one is just a matter of realigning your x and your x square and your x and your constant value. Okay, so in that case, once you reallocate your values, okay, this is what you get. Okay, and then the one at the bottom is just you just follow through, and then you can see over here you can now correspond this from my previous. Okay, I also put the same thing together, easier for you to see. Okay, this one, all right, so you can see over here my value is just x and minus 1, right? So I correspond them together. So basically you can see over here when I have a plus b, the value for my x is at x squared is actually just 0. So that one is the first equation. And then my coefficient for my x is c. So my c now is just similar to my coefficient for my x on the right hand side, the very right hand side, which is just 1. And then my a now is just negative 1. And then from here, this is a simple equation. You know a plus b equals to 0, and you know a equals to minus 1. So you can just deduce b equals to 1. Okay, and then see, you can already have all the information that you need, and then you can just put it back into your original values, which is a over x. Your a now is minus 1 over x, and then you plus with your original bs plus c. B is 1, and then you just leave with x plus c. Your c is just 1, and your denominator now is in a quadratic form. Voila, this is your values. It looks complicated at first, but the result is just as simple as the same thing as how you do your non-repeating linear function. Okay, just the nominator now is a little bit different. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next lesson. See you soon.